potentially something different, but we'll see. Let's bring up the resources. We have SoulsKeeper, which should be blue. And then we have Pepsi on the right as Empire. We already see Pepsi play different strategies. I think he plays Empire every single game, I think. So we of course saw him making a ton of Valkyrie strategies, but he's not going that now, I think, because he wouldn't make the barracks so far away from his town hall. We also saw the Elven Ranger strategy, which we actually pulled off on this map against Evic and his secret barracks swordsman push. But this will be probably something totally different. He's building a really open base. Of course, none of them are going for immediate expansion, so we'll see. Yeah, it has to be in 2 hours, because Age of Empires 3 is waiting for us. I mean, I don't know about that. I still need to cook something for dinner. And if this is going to take like 3 more hours, then I'm not sure how much time we will have left. But we'll see. Right now let's focus on this game. We see Pepsi finishing the barracks, not really making a swordsman immediately, that was like 5-second delay, but okay. This is a decent wall from SoulsKeeper, but just kinda sticking it to one side, leaving this open. I don't really like this on this map, but I mean, the base of Pepsi is even more open, so this is not too good for him either. To be honest, I don't know where is he pumping his resources, because he doesn't have second barracks, doesn't have second farm, doesn't have expansion, no tower, not even upgrading his town hall. Now he made a blacksmith, okay, so he's probably going for elf rangers again. You see scouts, of course, coming from both sides. SoulsKeeper doing 3 hits for free. Now bringing a second hive stinger, so Pepsi will probably have to keep running, he cannot win this fight anymore. We don't see anything else except these 2 hives for now. I think he's going for a full rush with hive stingers. Kinda expected on this map with Fallen. But to be honest, I think Elven Rangers will struggle pretty hard against the hive stingers, because they are fast, and I mean, you can one-shot them pretty easily, but you won't be able to guide them too effectively. He's making 1 tower, now finished the blacksmith. I'm expecting second barracks here, but now he doesn't have resources for that, so he's probably gonna kill 1 elf ranger here. We see only hive stingers for now. No upgrades in blacksmith. Population early in favor of SoulsKeeper. Yeah, we see the elf ranger. We see Souls Trap, so most likely SoulsKeeper is going for a nightmare timing push. Or at least trying to go for that. Yeah, so the tower is finished, Pepsi is not pushable right now anymore. He's making second barracks, so this is pretty safe for him. Of course, these barracks are out of range if he starts damaging them from here. Out of the range of the tower, but I think Pepsi is pretty okay now. SoulsKeeper, he has all the harvesters he needs. He's pretty slow here. Yeah, this should have been already finished. Basically at the same time when you make this summoner. And that's only if you didn't make any mistakes in terms of harvesters distribution. But right now this is a little bit late. Also, his base is pretty open. He doesn't have, of course, grasp. Now he's going for the vengeance hall. There should be... He's going for a tower, okay. Obviously there should be a control form. Ideally protecting the tower. Instead of that he's bringing it here. I mean, I don't like it too much, but it also kinda makes sense. No expansion from anyone yet. We see Stone Keep from Pepsi. Just spamming more elf rangers, but he also has 3 swordsmen. One is half HP, the other 2 are full HP. He also has 3 elf rangers. Now we see like 15 hive stingers coming from the bottom, 1 scout on the top. More hive stingers probably coming. Actually making a 3rd hive. I don't like this, because it slows down your nightmare production. You won't be able to make a vengeance hall now, second vengeance hall, to produce nightmares quicker. And if you do, then the 3rd hive just doesn't make sense, because you will never get the value from it back. Yeah, Pepsi will take some unnecessary damage here. He definitely needs a temple quickly, which is already building, just to heal a little bit. But yeah, Pepsi is still losing on population by a lot. Finally see the first Nightmare, Sorrow Shrine as well. I mean, I don't think Pepsi will be making too many priests, but few of them will be probably there, so maybe even Matriarchs with mana depletion might make sense. Or he just wants Necromancy, that's also fine. But to be honest, I don't see Pepsi winning this with Elf Rangers, yeah. Even though SoulsKeeper is not most efficient, not the most efficient with his macro here. I just don't see Pepsi winning against this strategy with Elf Rangers. You need Swordsman, Catapults, Priests, good position, ideally some towers. But Elf Rangers are definitely not something that will help you in any way against that. But you'll see, maybe he'll come up with something interesting. For now he's only spamming Elf Rangers. Also getting Iron Arrow. Yeah, scouting the warehouses. Maybe he wants to take this one, but the Varangis are actually pretty strong. Yeah, it's stronger than Swordsman, actually by a lot. So he definitely needs to make sure he micromanages this well, so he doesn't lose any units. But if he takes this and SoulsKeeper won't be scouting here, he can get some extra distresses for free. Fortunately, there is one scout from SoulsKeeper, so maybe he will react to this. We'll see. Now he also needs to sacrifice either a peasant or swordsman to actually get that. But we see another scout coming here. Yeah, the tower should deal with this. Yeah, SoulsKeeper now knows about the Elf Rangers, but he doesn't need to change anything because his strategy will counter that easily. We see Neld Scourge, okay. First Matriarch. We'll see if there will be the mana depletion. He has gold for that. Yeah, the peasant is coming now for the warehouse. He's also killing the killing the Varangis near the second warehouse. So definitely some extra distresses will be available for Pepsi now. Hopefully he will be able to catch up now because he has a little bit less population. At least he has extra wood, so he can easily make expansion or towers. Maybe he can totally skip on this and just take the middle expansion. Together with the warehouses, some towers, he can make a strong base in the middle of the map and establish map control. And to be honest, if he for example made like 2 or 3 towers on each side like this, that would make a big difference, because these guys would have it quite hard to actually push against that. However, he has certain 5 stingers, which I don't really see him like stopping. But actually he got Aura, level 3 Elf Ranger. Even though it's only lesser Aura, it's still 1 more damage for all units by killing the Varangis. So it was actually pretty worth it for him, and if he didn't lose any units, then he could just heal up, and it was definitely worth it because he got extra resources and also levels. So this is definitely pretty good. Now he sees the army. He will be probably just escaping to the top. Of course, lost one swordsman. I wouldn't go through here. That's pretty dangerous. Fortunately for him, SoulsKeeper didn't really keep pushing there. Maybe he already got the mana depletion, but I don't think so. He's probably just going for improved focusing for 1 more damage for nightmares. Pepsi needs another farm, which is already building. I mean, I would like to see more nightmares. 4 is definitely not enough. 5, that's a little bit closer, but still not enough. We can see that there is like 21 hive stingers. So you ideally want to have like at least 10 nightmares for that. Probably even 11 or 12 with these matriarchs and skeletons. And there's some bugs, okay. But Pepsi needs to move here immediately to protect the tower. This is a good position for him. He can be shooting and is pretty safe behind the buildings. He can also utilize them for garrison. But this is really bad. Bringing the priests in the front like this, that was total waste. Also, he doesn't have them here. But yeah, this is a really good position for Pepsi. SoulsKeeper. And I got lurked into something he didn't want to be in. you want to play on open field with this strategy mainly. Like this, Pepsi can actually guide him really well, I would say. But yeah, definitely Pepsi will defend this. I think he saved some peasants in his castle, maybe even barracks. So SoulsKeeper will need to figure something out now. Also, Pepsi is still getting a ton of more resources from the warehouses, and I would actually expect him to go for expansion now. Probably here, but maybe even in the middle. We see 4 peasants that probably escaped from the main base. They will probably just go here and build towers and expansion, but he actually doesn't have any gold, so he needs to gather gold first. Actually, he didn't save too many peasants. He was probably a little slow there. Also, SoulsKeeper didn't really lose his backline. Of course, he doesn't have mana now, so he needs to wait a little bit, but he just needs to recreate his stingers and he can push again. I would probably just go stand here for healing. But yeah, he actually has only 1 injured nightmare. So he can push again pretty soon. On the other hand, Pepsi actually also didn't lose any units, or I mean the front line is, but he managed to save most of his elf rangers. He has 2nd elf ranger with aura. Also we see this back tower. You should also rebuild the one in the front, then he should be even more safe. But yeah, we will see. SoulsKeeper is also scouting the expansion, so not really allowing Pepsi to expand here. Pepsi even going for a push, but SoulsKeeper definitely has the army to defeat this. If I saw right, yeah, he already has a castle, so he even got fire arrows already, which is quite expensive, so that's interesting. Now you're making some pikemen to rush on the nightmares that take more damage from pike. But yeah, SoulsKeeper is like preparing for attack, but not really pushing yet. We can see that he has 20 more population. I mean, the main thing he got from this is that he killed the peasants. Not all of them, but like half of them. Which really slowed down the income of Pepsi here. And if he continues pushing, he should be able to push this. Pepsi is not even making new towers. Yeah, we see 1 Bone Warrior going as a scout. That's an interesting amount of HP. I think it should be 160 or 50, I'm not sure right now. I think 160, but maybe skeletons also gain levels. It seems like that. So since these units have level 5, level 2, or at least the high stingers, the skeletons probably also have levels, even though you don't see them because of the summon. But that's something I didn't know. Yeah, this is of course once again really poor micromanagement from SoulsKeeper, kinda wasting all of his hive stingers. Now he doesn't really have any front line and he will need to retreat. Maybe it would be actually worth it for him to attack from 2 sides, but nice mana burn on the priests. Kinda killed them. He still didn't lose any economy. Pepsi's kinda balancing out the fact that he has a little bit weaker economy. He's balancing it out with the warehouses, so that's definitely working in his favor. But he doesn't have too many gems. SoulsKeeper doesn't have any problems with gems. Now he's going for expansion, and I don't see Pepsi pushing in this situation, like, at all. So this will be definitely finished. And actually Pepsi is also going for expansion, because he didn't see SoulsKeeper here too much. Sometimes 1 hive stinger, but outside of that, nothing too crazy. Unfortunately, he doesn't have too much gold to actually build too many towers around it. And scout is already coming. So we will see how quickly he finds out about it.
Building complete, my lord.
Yeah, but now he finds out about the expansion. He's going to kill the peasant, I guess. Obviously. So Pepsi should retreat him, just kill the stinger, and I'm expecting SoulsKeeper, of course, to immediately rush here with all of his units. And if he goes through the middle, because maybe he won't want to go through his base, then he might actually find the warehouses, but probably not. The units will just go diagonally. Pepsi should also repair his buildings. If there is another push, he will lose his farm, probably also the barracks. Advanced barracks, actually. We see another upgrade, the third one for Magic Arrow. Only one armor upgrade. Scout Tower, okay. Yeah, but 2 towers here from SoulsKeeper, also one in the main base. Finally also making Incubator. Probably wants to get maybe Grasp or just some upgrades for the Stingers. But yeah, he's not really pushing this, which I don't really understand why. But he just decided to rather focus on his economy instead. I'm not saying he would be able to push him, push Pepsi, SoulsKeeper, but he would be able to push him out of this base and destroy it, I think, because on open field he should be able to defeat him. But he's not really investing in the units now. He was mainly focusing on strengthening his economy because he thinks that he made a sooner base, so now he has better economy. But he doesn't know about the fact that that Pepsi has 2 warehouses for like, I don't know, 10 minutes or something already. So he's getting a ton of resources from that. Yeah, you can see it on the wood, even though SoulsKeeper has also a ton of wood, but he's really overgathering here with 2 harvesters. But yeah, Scout died, so SoulsKeeper will probably move to the top. Or Pepsi will go to the bottom. They will just somehow try to figure it out, but he maybe wants to check this, if there is another expansion or not. Yeah, but these towers will be really nasty. Pepsi doesn't have any catapults, doesn't even have gnome workshop. A ton of towers, which is good. Also some in the main base, maybe preparing even for some flying harassment. We see Valkekun, so probably will be some flying Hivestingers at least. Not really any Avengers for now. Pepsi, nice bless. Also with all the buffs from auras and everything is 17 damage. Can really one-shot the towers immediately. Yeah, he can just kind of waste the mana of SoulsKeeper like this. On the Frost Shield that maybe kite back a little bit. Yeah, but he doesn't have too strong frontline, just few swordsmen. They won't be able to hold for too long. So he doesn't have any mana, now he's getting mana burned as well. Probably doesn't even have Resurrection researched. Also the frost damage from Nightmares is slowing down the swordsman, so he lost all of his front line. He killed few Hivestingers and 1 tower. I don't think it was really worth it. But yeah, he's still behind on resources and population. And finally, SoulsKeeper is also going for Chamber of the Avenger, which will be a huge problem because you cannot kill Avengers with Elf Rangers. That's basically 0 damage. So he will need to produce more pikemen. And yeah, finally he's getting a gnome workshop because he doesn't want to push into towers, and now also Avengers with just Elf Rangers, so catapults will be really valuable here. SoulsKeeper is now investing even more into towers, so catapults really make sense here. And to be honest, catapults also counter Nightmares and Matriarchs mainly, even the Hivestingers, so it just makes sense overall. But we'll also see the flying Hivestingers here. Metamorphosis already being researched. And I mean, there is many towers in both bases, so I don't know what he wants to harass. But maybe at least he will scout the warehouses with the flying Hivestingers. We see a tower here. Probably not gonna be scouted by the warrior. But maybe this archer. Yeah, I think he saw it, but it was not attack move, just move with shift, I think. To some more locations around here, to the expansion, so he found out about this tower, but he didn't do anything. And now he ran out of resources in his main base, which, as you can see, Pepsi will not for quite some time, because he was getting harassed there by a lot, lost peasants pretty often, so now the income will be like more than 2 times bigger for Pepsi. And SoulsKeeper really needs to start doing something since he has more population still, but he's getting really close. Producing his first Avenger. He has the Metamorphosis, but yeah, now he made one Flying Ice Stinger. Doesn't seem like he really wants to use it for fighting. Actually, yeah, he has one group here ready to drop somewhere. Maybe he will destroy this tower. Not really even shooting, so just a scout. I'm expecting him to kill the warehouse. Maybe he wants to kill the Varangis and take it for himself. Now he will realize that it's already taken. There is one tower on the top as well, so he will know. But yeah, I'm not sure. They are even maximum upgraded, so I'm not sure he can do anything here with the Hive Stingers. And if Pepsi can garrison his peasants quickly enough, yeah, I mean, he immediately escapes. He cannot do anything there. We even see mages now and the catapults, so I think this is probably GG. I think Pepsi will definitely win this. Even though he has less population now, he has ton of resources. And if he has Decree, which he for sure has when he has 3 mages, and also a catapult, and a leveled up army, I don't see how SoulsKeeper could win this. Maybe if he drops these Stingers into the enemy mages, then he won't be able to, of course, Decree himself. But, I mean, yeah, all the towers here and the position overall, he's just stuck here with all of his units while letting his Hive Stingers die. Now he needs to one-shot the mages. This is really poor micromanagement from Pepsi. Of course, he wanted to cast the Decrees there into the backline, but if SoulsKeeper was quick enough, he could have sniped them immediately with all of his backline. Now, as I said, Pepsi will easily win this. And since he has much stronger economy, I don't see how SoulsKeeper could actually turn this around anymore. But we'll see. He still has Avenger, just one, but still strong. Catapult is of course slow, he's not even bringing the pikeman with him. Only one here. He's going to die probably. Pepsi is stopping for a second, probably trying to rebuild something. He has ton of resources, so should at least repair his towers. Maybe build expansion in the middle. It's really not costing him anything with this amount of resources, but it's still balanced population, so still needs to be a little bit careful. But as I said, all the levels that he has here are pretty easy. Also, SoulsKeeper here, he had many materials. He should have mana burned the mages when they went into the front line for decrease. It would be maybe even better than just one-shotting them, because mana burn is just instant. Yeah, all the towers here are gonna die to the catapult, of course. The Avengers, okay, that's quite dangerous. But he still has the catapult. More and more Avengers are coming. He might need to start making a little bit more catapults and pikemen, but that's what he's doing. Not too effectively since he has so many resources, but at least slowly. Yeah, we see some scouts here, they'll just die. Yeah, I mean, shooting his own units with catapult, but he doesn't really care. You'd also get another armor upgrade for Elf Ranger. This catapult will die for nothing, but as you can see, the pike damage deals nothing. You also have 2 fire damage, but that's also nothing. Fire is 45% and pierce is only 10, so not too effective. Yeah, even the mages will be doing more damage to the Avengers. Yeah, so SoulsKeeper could actually easily still win this if Pepsi doesn't change his strategy. I mean, with Decrease he can one-shot all the nightmares, but he's just not really able to punish the Avengers. So now he kind of sacrificed most of his army. But he's producing the pikemen and catapults in the back. Now even going for a gnome arc. Seems like SoulsKeeper wants to expand here. Now also the warehouse will be lost. Still no gems for Pepsi. Also this base is almost empty now. So he's going to get a little bit more even on the resources also once he loses the warehouses. But there's level 4 Elf Ranger, so probably stronger aura pretty soon. Once he gets the arc, he can just drop the pikemen on the Avengers. But he definitely needs more catapults, he's just not producing them most of the time, and he still has so many resources. Even if he just spammed 20 swordsmen here as a meat into the front line, it will just help him more than just keeping the resources for no reason. But yeah, we'll see how this will look like. The Avengers will probably just keep shooting like this. He's not even using the arc to deploy the pikeman there. Yeah, he's going to get kited easily. Yeah, of course the catapult will die immediately, I guess. But this is already too many Avengers. To defeat this you really need a ton of catapults. Or at least knights. Or steamers, of course. He doesn't really have anything. Now drop the pikeman on the wrong side. There are still also also hive stingers tanking the damage. He doesn't have any priests anymore to actually heal the army once it gets damaged. Still sitting on ton of resources. Catapults are not even being produced. He's trying to somehow win this with pikemen. Which of course won't work since he cannot get to the Avengers. Pikemen are good if there are like 2 Avengers, but if there is a whole army, they will just one-shot you before you can get there. Yeah, you would really need like 30 of them and drop them around all the Avengers with your arcs. But yeah, this is GG. Pepsi doesn't have anything. So even though he was really in an advantageous position, he was just not really willing to swap his strategy once he saw the first Avenger. It was really like 15 minutes ago, so he had a ton of time to actually adjust to it. But he didn't really want to do that. Unfortunately, it didn't really pay off and it will be a loss for him. So yeah, the first game is taking SoulsKeeper. Let's check the results. Pepsi getting a little bit more kills, but just didn't have that many units. Resources were pretty balanced. Buildings, yeah, a little bit more researches for Pepsi, but overall just got countered really hard in the end game.